Hey folks, Isaac the Nothing Miller here. I'm going to be showing you another steelhead jig, kind of a little steelhead jig series I got going on. Um, this is a fun one. I call this one the Day Tremors. It's kind of a takeoff of the Nightmare Jig. Hugely successful. This one's just a little bit kind of backwards. Same colors involved, a lot of the same material, just changing it up a little bit. Start off, of course, green tackle. This is a 1/8 ounce lead-free jig, Gamakatsu hook, 2x strong, super sharp. You'll be doing some white saddle hackles, uh, some red polar chenille, and have a little bit of red flash in there also. Be tying the whole thing up with pink ultra thread. I almost forgot some of my own custom dubbing. Got some red. It's not gonna. Yeah, there we go. You can see some of the red flash in there. It's a UV black. Just gonna make up the body of the jig. You'll see it happen. Pretty sweet. I love this stuff. Let's get started. All right. Got the hook securely in the vise, so we can start wrapping. I'm gonna wrap the whole length of the shank here. We're gonna take this back just about where the barb of the hook will be. Just the tail end of the hook here. Something like that. Sure, fine. Be that way. Scissors. Couple more wraps. I've pre-selected a pair of saddle hackle tips. Pretty uniform in size and shape and appearance. So we're going to tie one on either side of the hook here. It's a little long. Just going to size things up. I like these to be just about as long as the hook shank. Definitely on the longer side. A whole lot of excess material here. I'll just go ahead and trim that down. Something like that. And we want to expose the shank here. See how I did. Just like that. Secure those down. Should look a little something like that. Perfect. Let's take a couple of strands. Just a couple here. Don't need a whole lot. Just enough to give it a little bit of flash through the tail. So I'll take 3 or 4 strands. Easy way to do this, once you have your strands, get things straightened out. Come up, come through, and then I'll basically cinch them down and then fold to help space those out around the tail. And those you can see just about as long as the saddle hackles. I got one that's a little extra long. Just go ahead and trim that back. Let's fan these out a little bit more. Perfect. Something like that. Look real good. I'm going to take another saddle hackle here. I did not pre-select like I should have, like a good video host would. And this batch of hackles are about used up. Like a big bushy. This one would work. Schloppen would work really well in this scenario right about now. Go ahead and tie that in here. And we're going to palmer this forward, folding back as we go. This is just going to add some body to the tail of this fly. Just imagine this in the water. It's really going to make it all pulsate. I probably could have used 2 saddle hackles in this, but this will work for now. I'm going to use the whole feather for this. It's really going to help add to this fly. This is kind of a streamlined fly. It's kind of a little bit of mix up of bushy and streamlined all together. The definitely has a lot of action, which I think is important. Go ahead and call that good enough. This all folded back. There we go. See? Got a good look going on. Definitely helps to have a little beverage with you. Now, I'm going to make a dubbing loop. Pull our line back a bit. A couple of wraps. I like to wrap our tying thread around back through the loop a couple of times just to help close things up at the top. Helps out quite a bit. And I'm trying to find my dubbing tool here. There we go. Come back and unravel this mess. Bring that line forward here. Take it about there. Now, with the loop open like this, get everything going here. Supposed to be open. Had some line twists, close all up on me. Something like that. Okay. Now we're going to take our dubbing, pull little chunks of dubbing here, add that into our loop. Dubbing loop is nice and strong. It's a good way to secure large amounts of dubbing. It's not something I use all the time unless I have large sections of dubbing going into the fly, or to the jig for that matter. There we go. That looks like a good start. We might have to adjust this a bit as we go. A lot of good amount of dubbing here. So let's go ahead and give that a twist. And it's basically going to build a rope out of our dubbing. It'll be really nice and strong. Okay. Trash bags in the way of my dubbing tool. There we go. Make a big body with this. You want a large amount of dubbing in here, because we're going to be teasing a lot of this right back out, making a bigger fly with it, bigger jig with it. So we're going to use up pretty much all of this. That should work. Go ahead and secure that. Nice big body there. That back down. Now, tie in a little bit of our polar chenille just to finish things up. And here. And go. This polar chenille, really long strands, awesome for a lot of different purposes. Definitely has a bleeding look to it, which if you're fishing predatory fish, saltwater, looks great. You'll see the effect on this as we finish up. You pull it back, palmer it just like you would some hackles. Looks great. Finish it up. Just like I said, just 3-4 wraps is all we really needed. Just a little bit of red body things. That in. Boom. Perfect. Pull that back, cinch things down. Come in. Ooh. About to lose. There we go. Come in. Give it a whip finish. Guess I like to whip finish a few times. Boom, just like that. Find the thread. Now you come back in, and if you've got a dubbing brush, it's a great time to pull that out. A lot of other great things that work. I tend to just use my fingernails and just pinch. Velcro works great. I think. Look around here, I might have some Velcro. Sure do. Velcro works really good for this because it just sticks in there. And we're going to pull some of this dubbing back out just to give it some body. There we are. As you can see, we got a nice mess. Might be hard to see behind my shirt or in front of my shirt, but we got a nice big mess of black dubbing there. A little bit of that red action. Boom. That is essentially my day Tremors jig. So it's just kind of backwards of the Nightmare Jig. The Nightmare Jig would have a white head, pink body, or a red body, and a black tail. So just a slight alteration to it, but that is something I love to fish with. Take care.